Welcome to number 27 of our foundational supersize business strategy. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. And the strategy we're talking about today is story strategy or story strategies, because usually you have more than one story, more than one type of story, and more than one strategy that covers it. But I like to put it all under the same umbrella and call it story strategy. This is one of the most powerful tools that you can have in your toolbox and one of the fastest, easiest ways to grow your business, because everybody's got a story. We want to create a story or pull out the pieces of our story that we share to attract the people that we want to attract, the people that we're here to serve. So, what makes storytelling so powerful? Well, number one, it engages people. It captivates them. It inspires them. Stories, there's an expression, stories sell all day long. I worked in a network marketing company. And the entire company, which is a billion plus, maybe more company today, all they did was share stories, bring people together in community, have like small events all over the country, probably all over the world now. And people would get up and share their stories. It was like salespeople as well as sharing other people's stories became the foundation of how they built that billion-dollar business. And I had a great experience and a great story with the product, so it was very easy to passionately share my story, which allowed me to build a big team relatively quickly. So I have experienced firsthand the power of sharing our stories with businesses as well. One of the most important stories you will create or write and share consistently across all platforms, consistently over and over and over again. You will share this story ad nauseum to you, but to most people, they're only hearing it for the first time. And so that's how they will originally connect and learn to love your organization and what you stand for. But it builds trust and authenticity. Stories do. An example of a company that's done a great job with that is Patagonia. Patagonia uses storytelling that revolves around the environmental activism, their social responsibility and things, which is something that the vast majority of their clients and customers can relate to. I love Patagonia, and part of why I love them is because of what they stand for and how they make the world a better place. Stories make our customers feel like they're the hero of the story. By sharing other people's stories, which is the example I just gave in network marketing, and we see it across all industries. Every industry has stories to tell, both internal and external stories. Storytelling in leadership is an incredibly powerful tool within your organization. We use storytelling to showcase our values, our principles, our purpose, our mission, why we exist at all, and why people should choose us over other organizations. We share our stories, other people's stories to do that. A great example of that is Ben & Jerry's ice cream. They're advocates for social justice as well as being a great ice cream, right? Great products, flavors that are just fun and incredible. So we like the products, but we want to support them because we know they stand for, and in their way, want to make the world a better place. And that makes them that makes me more willing to spend my money on their products and services than other just plain businesses that are in it for the money. It allows us to tap into the power of emotional marketing. Emotional marketing is, it's all around us now because businesses and advertisers figured out that we are emotional beings and we buy based on emotion and justify with reason. So Nike, for example, has used the Just Do It campaign and combined a couple storytelling techniques by highlighting customers who have struggled and had challenges but succeeded in the end, which helps us to associate with Nike things like success on a personal level, perseverance, resilience, sticking to it, never quitting, never giving up, just taking action. Some of the things and many of the things that we want to embody in our organizations. Stories also tend to go viral. If it's a story that people can relate to, people that you've never even been associated with will start sharing it in the online world, and it'll allow you to reach a group of people and client base that you might not otherwise be able to reach. Dove did a really good job of that. I remember this commercial. They took ordinary women, and that was at a time when, and I'm talking Dove, the personal hygiene product Dove. not like Dove laundry soap or something. They've got all kinds of extensions of their product line now, probably partly in due in part to the success of this Real Beauty campaign that they did, where they used real people, not models. Now, again, how they went about and did that is different than what we actually see and understand the whole process. But they used people that looked like real people that other people could relate to and share the stories of how they used the products and how the products impacted them. And if I see an old grandma like me using a product or service and being happy with it and sharing their story, I'm more likely to buy it than when I'm just seeing young supermodels sharing different things. Storytelling for different industries. I cannot think of an industry that storytelling isn't applicable to. If you can, share in the comments below, because I want to think about that industry and figure out how they can use stories to build and supersize their businesses. How do we go about implementing a story strategy or strategies in our business? Number one, we identify our core message. We want to have one core message. And for many of us, this is extremely difficult to just pick the one thing that we are going to consistently focus on. And it isn't the only thing that we do. And I think that's where a lot of people get hung up. It is just the one thing that brings people to us, that brings and attracts the right people to us. And we're going to share that across all media, all platforms, websites, any place we show up. That core message and core story is going to be shining through. And it's like a lighthouse. It attracts people to us by letting them know where we are and where they can find us. Again, I've mentioned be consistent across platforms. Every platform you show up on should be led with the same core message and the same core story. We want to use multiple formats. Different people like to consume content in different ways, both online and offline. Some people love streaming videos. Some people love podcasts. Some people love the written word. Some people love books. And some people still listen to tapes and CDs when possible, or DVDs, I guess they're called. Whatever it is. I don't even know if I have a port on my computer. Not on my newest one, but my last one, I think I do, which is why I kept my last computer, so I could put in my disk technology. And like anything else, we want to measure how effective is it, what stories work, what stories don't. Be like a comedian. Practice your stories until you get the one that hits, and then that's the story that you share over and over and over again. Again, you'll get sick of telling your story long before people get sick of hearing it. Your people will get sick of sharing your story long before people get tired of hearing it. And you'll know when things have changed enough that you need to tweak and change your story, because it's not hitting the mark. It's not getting the results that you want. Love to know, do you have a story strategy for your business? Is it documented? Are you using it? Are you training people on it? And are you living consistently with that story? Because if you have a great story, but your business doesn't actually reflect that story, it's not going to work. All right, that's our fundamental supersized business strategy for today. Love to know your take on it. Share in the comments below, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow. Have a great day.